Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go to the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, the Vikings finished 7-10 last year. Their big loss was Kirk Cousins. Favorite moves that the Vikings made?
I think that they had a good draft. Picking up JJ McCarthy. It was time to move on from Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
And then getting Dallas Turner, I think that will definitely help them.
Yeah. I like that. I had Greenard, and Van Ginkel getting those two guys as edge rushers. Greenard had 12.5 sacks last year with the Houston Texans. Van Ginkel, former Dolphin, had 6 sacks, and as we know, he was he would sub in. He was behind Phillips and Bradley Chubb in the order. So it wasn't like he was out there all the time, but he would pressure the quarterback a lot. And Van Ginkel being, familiar with the Brian Flores defense coming from Miami when he was drafted over there, I think is going to help. And and that's why I think they're going to be better, is they got 2 legit pass rushers now to help with that, getting to the quarterback, and 2 guys I think that Flores is going to get the most out of. So I really like those 2 moves from the Vikings.
Yeah, I love Van Ginkel. He's a Wisconsin Badger.
Yeah, I was a little, I always was interested in him, and I never thought the Dolphins used him enough. I don't know why they didn't use him more. Least favorite move.
Daniil Hunter, losing him. I think the writing was on the wall, but he was one of my favorite players. So I have losing that guy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Losing him is rough. This ain't their fault, but the JJ McCarthy injury is also. I mean, that wasn't a move, but that stinks, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited just to see it because even though I'm a Lions fan, I like to see young quarterbacks and see what they can do and stuff. So to lose him at the beginning of the season, and then just the Sam Darnold is like now your guy. You talk about a team that maybe should look at Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
I think Tannehill would be better for them than Sam Darnold. But I think, who is it? Their coach, Kevin
Stefanski.
Yeah, he thinks he can save Sam Darnold. So we'll see how that works. But I don't know. Greater coaches have tried, like Kyle Shanahan, but I guess he didn't get a chance with him. But anyway, whatever. I just didn't. I would have went with some other direction than Sam Darnold.
Well, this might be a rebuilding year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think so. Biggest green flag.
Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler, I think, can help Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, that's my biggest green flag.
Yeah. Who you think he's going to be good there?
Aaron Jones?
Oh, Aaron Jones. I thought you said Sam
yeah.
Darnold.
No, just helping out Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Okay, I misheard you. I'm sorry. So yeah, I agree. I like Aaron Jones. That was a good pickup. I think their defense is going to be better. That's their big green flag. Not only did they add those 2 pass rushers I mentioned, but they also added Stephon Gilmore, who's a good veteran corner. And again, these are guys who, I love Brian Flores. I mean, I didn't like what he did to Tua. I get why him and Tua didn't get along. He wanted Burrow, or no, he wanted Herbert, I guess, and they drafted Tua instead. And that kind of caused friction between Tua and Flores. So I understand why they had to move on from Flores, but I loved him, and I just think that with the guys that he wants in place, I think the defense is going to be better than it was last year. And it was pretty good last year. It was 15th or something like that. Red flag.
I put the cornerback position,
Mhm.
like they lost their 4th round pick to death. Like he was in a car accident, that Kyrie Jackson, I believe his
Oh,
name
that's
was.
right. Yeah.
And then their other corner, Mekhi Becton, or Blackman, Mekhi Blackman tore his ACL in camp. And so I think Stephon Gilmore was more of a necessity than it was like a luxury,
Sure.
because they brought in Duke Shelley. I just feel like they're like Cameron Bynum is a great safety. I believe Harrison Smith is still there. And so
Mhm.
they got good safety. It's just the cornerback. You just wonder, how they're going to hold up this year.
Yeah, I wonder too how Murphy there is gonna be. He's younger, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, and I like even with Gilmore, the only reason why I like that sign is he's a veteran and he knows the system, so he's going to help the young guys or whatever do what they got to do. And I think like what you need from your corners or your secondary with the Vikings because of the pass rush that they did bring in with the guys we kind of talked about is you'll just need them to cover just long enough. So I just wonder if they can do enough. But they should be a little concerned, especially with all the injuries and the unfortunate events that happen with their cornerback group. I have red flag a lot riding on Sam Darnold for my liking. So obviously, not only is that going to hurt the offense, in my opinion, but also, I think Jefferson will probably be fine, but the rest of them, I think you might want to stay away from some of the other skill position players on the Vikings, and not because they're not good. I just think
Yeah.
just remember Sam Darnold in a Panthers uniform. Okay. DJ Moore was fine, but did you have another pass catcher or, that you wanted on the team? No. So I'm saying, I'm not excited about the Sam Darnold show all over again.
Oh, no, I don't think too many are.
Yeah. I hear. Okay. Fantasy go to.
It's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. If somebody like an Aaron Jones falls way to the back end of the draft, but I don't see that happening. But even with a guy like Sam Darnold being the quarterback, when you're that great of a receiver, you're still going to get your catches. So if I'm early enough in the draft to get a guy like him, I totally grab him.
100% agree. Now he might not be as high as some of the other guys that and like if you have like Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson, he might be the third just by who's
Or
throwing them. What's that?
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. It's because of who's throwing him the football, right? That's when you kind of consider quarterback. But like Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, Andre Johnson, all had bad quarterbacks here and then, and they always found a way to get there. And so will Justin Jefferson. So I 100% agree with you on that go to. Okay, prediction.
I have him at 5-12.
4-13. We're right there, Shannon.
Yeah.
So 5-12. Yeah. Do you think they would have had a better season with McCarthy? What was your thoughts on him, I guess? Is it fair to ask?
Yeah, I mean, watching him at Michigan, I thought this guy should be a great NFL quarterback. So I didn't disagree with the pick. It's just a shame, we don't get to see him at all this year because I think he would have provided. He seems like he has that it factor.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you watch him play, like he has a lot of confidence, and so I think that goes a long way, especially in the NFL, if you got the skill set. And I would have liked to have seen him play this year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel like I might have been more like a 7-10 team with him, honestly, just because I'm with you. His confidence, sort of it factor. And we kind of know what Sam Darnold is. Like this guy is such a mystery. I just think even teams would be surprised. And like, this is, like the green flag for Caleb Williams is how well he set up all around him. Well, the same would have been with McCarthy, right? So yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Okay, so you got the Packers finishing first, Lions second, Bears, and then Vikings, and I have the same exact thing except Lions first, Packers second, Bears, Vikings. Okay, thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.